did it to himself.
That's not possible.
Wendy, once you rule out his version of what happened, there is no other explanation, is there? It wouldn't be that different from the episode that he had before we came up here.
Yeah, if you look at it like that, I guess it is a little, coincidental, but
Whatever the explanation
he
is.
obviously is lying. Redrum. I've seen that somewhere. I don't know where.
It is so fucking typical of you to create a problem like this when I finally have a chance to accomplish something, when I am really into my work. Wendy, I have let you fuck up my life so far, but I am not gonna let you fuck this up.
Wow. I wonder if he did drink, because I didn't see a glass at the bar, but I could be wrong. And he seems pretty out of it, but he's been out of it for a while now. And again, you have to question everything you see. Like, was that grandma, that old lady, was that real? I feel like it isn't because it's so weird and out there, but like this, for example, this can't be real. But again, yeah, what bruised Danny, Like, I wonder what this is about, Like, is this all in his head? I mean, it is, but why is it all in his head? Is he creating a fantasy to try to keep his sanity?
Weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
You, married man, are you, Mr. Grady?
Yes, sir. I have a wife and 2 daughters, sir.
And,
Oh. The daughters. The daughters are the 2 girls with the blue dresses. Is he like having like visions into the past?
If the weather breaks, we might just be able to get down the mountain and... I could call the force rangers first, and then tell them that we're coming.
I'm keeping an eye on that mirror. I feel like there's going to be something in there.
Come on. Right now. Wake up.
Danny's gone away, Mrs. Torrance.
That's got to be so creepy. If your kid is saying stuff like that in that voice.
Calling KDK 12. KDK 1, calling KDK 12. Do you read me? This is KDK 1, calling KDK.
Is he going to destroy the equipment?
Are you receiving?
Just going to take that out, put the cap back on, and just... Okay, maybe not. Jeez. (8 a.m.) These time jumps keep getting like shorter and shorter, I feel like. Went from 1 month to a few days, and now it's only hours. Is he going there? Does he just have a bad feeling and he... Or did he get, like, contacted by Danny? I wonder if he'll be able to reach it, though. Because all the roads are, like, snowed in.
They turned out to be completely unreliable assholes. Alden phoned me last night, and I'm supposed to go up there and find out if they have to be replaced.
What?
How long is it going to take you to get up here?
I mean, I guess that's a better explanation than I had a bad feeling and I had some sort of vision. It's going to be something disturbing that he wrote. All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. What? Oh my gosh. Time to go. Time to go. Is it the entire, like... Oh my gosh.
You've had your whole fucking life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
Stay away from me. Please.
I feel like if there was ever gonna be a movie where there would be a younger Jack Nicholson, I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio would be a really good choice. I mean, if he would just charge forward, she would fall, I think, because of the stairway.
Wendy, give me the bag. Give me the bag. Ah, God damn.
Oh! Oh no. If it wasn't pissed before, he will be now. Whoa, what is she doing? Is she gonna put him in the freezer? What? Oh, not in the freezer. Okay, in the storage room. Okay.
Bring back a doctor.
Wendy?
I'm gonna go now.
It's a great shot, though. Really shows the insanity. It's a very sturdy door, so I wonder how he's gonna get out of this. I feel like the only way he could get out of there is if she lets him out, or someone else lets him out.
The moment, Mr. Grady. Only for the moment.
I fear you will have to deal with this matter in the harshest possible way, Mr. Torrance. I fear that is the only thing to do.
There's nothing I look forward to with greater pleasure.
It's kind of similar to Tony, you know, telling Danny what to do. I feel like this is a very similar thing. Maybe that's how Danny has his powers because of him. Okay, this is some next level shit. They can unlock the door. After the movie, I want to look up what red rum means, because I feel like I've seen that somewhere else. Not in the Ready Player One movie, but something else, I feel like. Murder. Oh! Oh my god, how did that not connect with me?
Wendy, I'm home.
Okay, at least he's safe. Is she not fitting? I mean, I know this is the bathroom where she hides in when he's like all like, here's Johnny.
Come out, wherever you are.
I don't know how that scene ends, so at least there's still a little tension there. How did he get out? Like, that confuses me so much. There's got to be some supernatural element to this.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah. I feel like she does have a good advantage there. But he could also just kick the door down or maybe break off the door handle. Oh. Mr. Halloran made it? Oh, I feel like Mr. Halloran is not going to make it, though. I get a feeling that this might have a happy ending in the terms that his wife and son make it out, but I don't see a happy ending for Mr. Halloran. Imagine if he just sees Jack with holding that axe, and you know the thoughts that must run through his mind. Seeing a guy just walking there with an axe in his hand, all crazy looking. Jack's just gonna jump out somewhere, isn't he? Just from behind a corner somewhere. Yep. Yep, he's not even gonna see him coming. I knew it. And he heard Danny scream, probably. I wonder if that 237 room is gonna come back somehow. What is that? What the heck? What the frick? What a... What is that? Is that like the grandma situation? What is this? Oh, that's outside. I was like, what is this white powder? I've never seen that before. Jesus Christ, idiot. Imagine Danny's gonna run in through the maze. That's probably gonna be fun. Yep. There he goes. I mean, it's a great way to lose your attacker, but at the same time, he could be behind every corner. That would be so terrifying. And we know that Jack was looking at that model, so maybe he's like studied the maze, so he knows like every path. Oh, right. You could just follow the tracks. I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh my god. My brain is just not functioning. I can't even talk properly. Jesus. Oh my gosh.
great party, isn't it?
Who are all these people? Did like a lot of bad things happen there in the past? Because we've only heard story of one thing. Mr. Halloran was talking about there must have been a lot of things that happened there, but he wasn't mentioning anything specific. Whoa. What the frick? Man, this took a turn. Oh, he's going back in his footsteps. Smart. I mean, it's gonna take a long time. I don't know if you have that kind of time. And still, there's a 50-50 chance of him finding the right trail, so I don't know if that's gonna help you all that much. Man, she is going through it. Is this all just gonna fill with blood now? Yep, there it is. I wonder how they did that. Maybe with a model? Maybe? I can't imagine they would have that much fake blood or whatever it is to create such a scene. Maybe they made like a miniature of that hallway, you know? Okay, worked. Good job, Denny. I thought he was gonna make like a fake path, but he just stopped like halfway and then hit somewhere. That's pretty clever. He's not following the same trail that he was when he came in, so he's probably gonna get lost. Wait, he said mommy, so it's not Tony anymore? Oh, nice. Of course, they can use his vehicle. What's gonna happen? Are they just gonna get away? I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was gonna terrorize them for a lot longer, honestly. Hopefully they have enough fuel. I've seen that picture. I didn't know that was from this movie. He just froze to death? What the heck? I feel like this would be a great like movie to see like a video analysis of it. You know, where they kind of like go in depth of what everything means. Because I feel like there's a lot of mystery and hidden clues everywhere, you know? Wait. Is that Jack Nicholson in the front? Yeah, what the heck? Is that why that one guy was like, "You've always been the caretaker"? Is he the same person who killed his family back in the day? Maybe he had two daughters and a wife. Overlook Hotel. Fourth ball, 1921. Yeah, that's like way in the past, because this was like past the 70s for sure, because the other incident was in the 70s. So it's not even him then. Wow, that's just it. that was The Shining from 1980. Well, I was right in my prediction that Mr. Halloran was gonna die and that the wife and kid was gonna get out of there. But I expected them to get at least like injured, or maybe he would get the kid and she would have to save the kid, or like I feel like they could have extended that scene a little bit. Maybe there's like an extended cut that I missed, but I feel like that's like the build up for this was like very long, and then the ending scene, I don't know, it could have been a lot longer. I don't want to start this review by like bashing the movie or anything. It was a great movie. It was a great movie, but I don't know. It just felt a little short for some reason, that whole section. Even though it was a very slow paced movie, and even the ending was pretty slow paced, but I feel like they got off pretty easy, if that makes sense. But again, it's not a criticism to the movie. It's just an observation, if you will. But yeah, again, I feel like watching some sort of breakdown or analysis video of this would be awesome, because there's a lot of things going on. Like, you got obviously you have the murders that were, that they told Jack about, with the little girls and the wife, and he shot himself with a shotgun. We've heard about that, and we've seen it throughout the movie where the little girls show up, and obviously we met the guy that Jack said he was the caretaker, but then he said Jack has always been the caretaker, and we've seen a picture now of him being in the 1920s. So there's just so much going on to like really dive into, and like maybe it was his ancestor, maybe he's immortal, like I don't know, maybe we're not meant to know, maybe it's just a mystery. But yeah, we saw obviously I mean, at the beginning of the movie, with the whole like job interview, they obviously said something along the lines of, this guy or a lot of people don't stand the loneliness, and they go a little crazy from the isolation. And then Jack was like, no, it's not going to happen to me. So it was kind of setting it up for like, yeah, of course it's going to happen to you. So even though I already knew a little bit about the movie, obviously, from just being online, I knew that Jack was the antagonist. I think even if I didn't know all those things, I feel like I would know that was gonna go that route, again, because they set it up that way. Like, whenever someone says in a movie that's not gonna happen to me, usually it does happen. Yeah. Again, it was a great movie. A lot of very good camera work, I feel like. They used the mirror quite a lot, and just the tracking shots sometimes were really interesting. And yeah, the effects, even, there's not a lot of special effects, obviously, but with like the blood and all that coming from the elevator doors or whatever they were, I feel like they gotta have done that with the miniature, but I don't know, maybe they didn't, but it looked really good. Other than that, yeah, it just, I wonder what the purpose was of the story, if that makes sense. like, for example, take the Conjuring. You know, you start off and you start to see this crazy stuff happening at the end. They do the exorcism, and you know, all is good and well in the world again. But here it just we saw a slow descent, and he just froze to death. Like, and there's still all this like unsolved mystery, so to say. But maybe that is the point. Maybe it is the point to be questioning it and to mellow on it for days and weeks to come. But I do think I'm going to check out some sort of like analysis, because I feel like a lot of things are going to make a lot more sense. And I'm not saying that I didn't catch anything. I feel like I did catch some stuff, but I feel like probably even rewatching the movie, I'll catch a lot more. It's just one of those movies where there's just so much going on, and you're trying to figure it out at the same time. And well, in this case, I'm also trying to do a reaction, and you know, trying to follow the story. But upon rewatch, you're definitely gonna notice a lot of things, or you gotta piece things together a lot easier. So I'm gonna do a rewatch at some point, or I'm gonna like dive into some sort of like breakdown video, because I'm just interested. I'm just very interested to know if there is a deeper lore, or maybe we're just not meant to know everything. And I know there's another movie with Ewan McGregor called Doctor Sleep, and I don't think we're gonna go into any sequels this year, but that might also shine a light on a lot of things that happened in this movie, because we had the bathtub lady. That was a very weird scene, because she was just a naked woman, and Jack just up and kissed her, and then she turned into a old lady and started to maniacally laugh, and Jack acted like nothing happened. Like, who was she? Was she a previous, what do you call it, a tenant or guest? I think guest is the right word, of the hotel, and her spirit remained there. Because obviously it's not a thing that at first we assumed, or I assumed, Danny was the only person who could see, like, the little girls and stuff, obviously. But at the end, we saw that, I keep forgetting the mother's name. Where is it? Maybe it says it in the description. Shelley. Right. We saw Shelley yeah, obviously we saw Shelley see all those like dead people and alive people too. Very weird with the like bear mask and stuff. And obviously we seen Jack talk to like some hotel guests and employees. And at first I assumed maybe he was just going through it, and that's just, we're just seeing his like mental breakdown essentially in his head. That's what he is experiencing. I thought that was the case, but now she is seeing stuff as well. So is there actually like supernatural stuff going on? I don't know. Maybe she's also just going through it, but it is kind of a coincidence that 3 separate people are seeing, dead people. Maybe they kind of have the same abilities as Danny, but Danny is just has a lot stronger. I don't know. It's called The Shining for a reason. I don't think it's just because of Danny. It sucks that Halloran died, obviously. He was a great dude. But again, I think his whole purpose was just like, they didn't want to kill the mother and child, so they had to bring in another, another someone to up the tenseness of the situation, right? So yeah, they had to have someone there to be a victim of Jack. But there must be some sort of supernatural thing going on, because how else did he escape from that storeroom, right? Because that door was not openable from the inside. And it was a sturdy door. And it just unlocked. So there's definitely something going on. And I really like the mystery of it. It kind of fill in the blanks yourself. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is next year obviously react to Doctor Sleep. And if that doesn't shine a light on it, maybe I'm gonna go into some lore videos or breakdown videos. But maybe not. Maybe at that point I'm like, you know what, I don't think I want to know. I think it's great to not have all the knowledge. Maybe it's a lot more tense when you don't have all the knowledge. I expected it to be a little more scary, though. I will say that. Like, I thought there was gonna be a lot more like jump scares or very like tense moments, and I definitely had some like discomfort, and I definitely had some discomfort and stuff, but I don't think I was ever like really tensed up. I was a little, I did have a little like tense feeling in my chest throughout, but I think I was just enjoying Jack Nicholson's performance, and I don't know. The mother and child getting out is something that I predicted. So I don't know, if the kid or something died, I feel like I would have been a lot more tense, if that makes sense, because like then like anything could happen. I was more like discomfortable. I think like I was more like uncomfortable, especially with the old lady scene, and the guy in the bear mask and all that. Like, there was just like very like, whoa, what the heck, but I was never scared, if that makes sense. But I don't know, maybe it's not meant to be a scary movie. I don't know, but let me know if you guys thought this was like a very scary movie when you saw it. I'm sorry if I'm like making any sense. Like, I'm just all over the place with my review, but yeah, Jack Nicholson did a good job. Obviously, Stanley Kubrick did a great job with directing this. I will say, for as big of a movie this has become over the years, like how much of a cult following it has, I don't know if that's the right term, but like it is, whenever people talk about good like classic movies, I feel like The Shining is definitely up there a lot. Maybe not, but I feel like I've heard that a lot anyway. But as much as that has been established, maybe I built it up too much in my mind because of that, but I expected a little bit more from it. And I think I'm gonna give it a rating. I don't usually do that, but just to like let you guys know where I stand, I feel like it is an 8, so it's not bad. It's really good. Don't get me wrong, You know, I don't want to give the feeling that I didn't enjoy it. It is really good. I don't know. I feel like they could have, you know, I feel like there was just something missing. I don't know what. Like again, I feel like especially the ending could have been longer, which is crazy because it's a long movie already. But and usually you want to have, you know, usually when you watch a movie, you feel like, oh, that could have been cut out or that could have been cut out. And yes, it was a very slow paced movie, and maybe if they would make this today, it would be a little faster paced and it would still work. But I feel like it really works for this movie to be this slow pace, so it's not a problem. But that's why the ending was a little confusing for me, because the entire movie was so slow paced, and then yeah, he just kind of gets his ass kicked by the wife, and he kills Halloran, which I expected, and then he doesn't catch up to his son or his wife again. So they never were in like tremendous danger. They were in danger, but they weren't in like, oh my god, like I wasn't like on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, he's gonna get him, he's gonna get him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just me. And if I'm offending any one of you for insulting this classic masterpiece, I am sorry. I'm truly sorry. But again, I always want to be honest in my reviews. And an 8 is a very generous rating, I think. It's a very good rating. And I'm not going to like reduce that rating or anything. I think that definitely deserves an 8. You know, for all the like acting, directing, all of it. And especially the mystery. I love the mystery. Again, that's why I want to maybe in the future watch some sort of like breakdown video, because it is a very interesting tale. But I don't know, the ending could have been better. And I've heard that being said about Stephen King, that his endings could have something to be desired, you know, be desired. I'm sorry. My mind, man. But to be left desired, I think that's the analogy. That's the terminology that I'm looking for. So maybe it is not just me, you know. I've heard that being said about Stephen King. So yeah, I feel like the ending could have been dragged out, honestly. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I've been talking for so long. This review is, I probably have to cut this video in 2 parts, probably. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please leave a like, because it really helps me out. And if you want to see me react to more horror movies, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to do it for the rest of the month. And after that, obviously, a lot of other media. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say. I hope you have a great day, and take care.